Hello, welcome back. Last time, I escaped from an erupting volcano and had a bomb duel with a silly lost soul who's now joined my party. Oh hey, look, I got all the first 5 in order. So it's, the last 2 are the only ones I don't have. So yeah, item oh, interesting. There were 7 slots on the intro, but 8 slots here. Also, 8 slots, what would that mean? I can't have an item limit of 9 out of 8. There are only 8 items. Yeah, I kinda sorta noticed that the slot count didn't seem to line up here, but didn't really think about it until now. Anyway, so my item capacity is now greater than it was. And I think what I want to do now, since 6 is just about everything, I'm going to do a world tour with everything except, I'm thinking, Warp Whistle and Dictionary? I definitely want the bubble. I'll get it instead of the Warp Whistle. Do I need the wand, though? That's fine. Alright, so, got everything except Warp Whistle and Dictionary. And I'm just going to explore all over the world. I probably usually want these on me. And yeah, just look for any boundaries that I have not been able to get through. Yeah, so I have the magnifier, that'll tell me all sorts of things. Okay, first thing that I immediately find myself curious about is this old lighthouse beacon. Well, what will I learn from this? I've been up here plenty of times. So, oops. So having seen that object and seen that it's non-unique, like this, the Thunderball thing showed up all over the place in, up in the clouds. I'm thinking maybe there's nothing special actually here, and this is just represents what lights the lighthouse. Font, I rescued you. The scholar. Alright. Yeah, so anyway, I guess maybe there's nothing to do there. I'm trying to throw, actually, instead of reading. But yeah, even Invincible, I couldn't pick that up, so maybe it's nothing. Oh, right, there are cheats here. That's right. Anyway, so, gonna look around, and I'll let you know when I find something. There is a room here that I have not been to my east. Along the shelf. Okay. So either I can, like, go down from here, or south from over here, or one of those directions somehow. You have a special pot that I can't possibly get from you, it looks like. Okay, so that screen. Something below Sandbar Pool. How could that be possibly accessed? Hi. Okay. All the angles don't seem to make it possible. How strange. Okay, yeah, well, I'm really not sure what to make of that. Like, none of these directions seem to work. Maybe it's just one single screen that I can get to with the needle from the... Okay, so what's that look like at the underworld? There is a needle point to the west of there. But yeah, over there I have actually not been... Yeah, I've not been on this screen any place... Okay, so... One mystery here, under Sandbar Pool. So -2, -2, -1 exists, but I don't know how to get to it. Alright. I guess those question marks are just characters I can talk to. So that one there in the northwest is the herb garden. The one in front of the, like in the center is Ludos. The one in the northeast is the blacksmith. I wonder if there's like something I'm supposed to do there. So sure, at the herb garden I have herbs to plant. So isn't that to do with Ludos, I wonder? And the blacksmith, right, more ore upgrades. Okay, so anyway, continuing the process, looking for places. Here's a little polar bear I'm not sure I've ever spoken to. And also a thing to press I'm not sure I've ever pressed. Yeah, it looks like I would have. Okay, so let's check these things. How do I... Whoa! Game didn't like what I just did there. Okay. Yeah, so I specifically did want to come to the iceberg because I felt like there was a lot of stuff there that I just hadn't ever really done anything with. Alright, so it's a big pain to get out of the water once I fall. So try not to fall. I have plenty of tools to prevent that, in theory. Okay, so sign says, north to iceberg, watch your step. Maybe I'll learn what hot thing I want and why here. Where was that bear? I think south of here? Yes, Eep, okay. I've interacted with the bear now. It's worried for my well-being. That's our interaction. Ah. I wish it weren't so hard to get out of the water with the bubble. Like, why does the bubble make it harder to get out of the water? It just seems like a flaw in the item. Alright, so, is there an easier way to interact with this bear? So it's south of here. If I go there, I'm in this spot. This permanently does that. Okay, so I opened up a little checkpoint, so bear should be there. Hi! Going further south or west will just lead to more ocean. Nothing of note out there, in my opinion. That's why the game developer put up some invisible walls to make sure you don't get stuck out there. And honestly, it must be nice not having to design an entire ocean, don't you think? Okay. Honestly, I'm content to just sit here on my iceberg for a while. There are plenty of fish in the seas around here. It's nice and cool. What more could I ask for? Okay. Happy little bear is just there to break the fourth wall. Whoops! Okay, so there's a chest there. Alright. Doing things. Zoom. Okay, how high is that? Higher than... Oh, well, that might... just eliminate the item entirely. Okay, so I can stand on that patch of land and walk across screens, I think. I do have to jump there, but here I don't. Okay. So sure, plenty of ways to get higher. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do other stuff. So yeah, herb is the straightforward one. It's the one I choose. You had ore. Cool. Rare on the overworld. Alright, let's try going this way. I found a snowball. Okay, not much I really want to do with it, but it's there. Oh, I should ditch this before it sinks me. Okay, so there's a needle point here. Hold on, but like... Where is here? What am I looking at? I was in here somehow once, to the north? No, that's... Wait, that's... I think I sort of know where that is. Like, that was the place where all my game inputs stopped working, wasn't it? Anchored. Hi. There's you. I don't think you do anything, though. Okay, so where was that checkpoint thing? Here. So I can go this way, I can go this way, I can go this way, and I have to herb to get up there. Hang on, why do I want to be up here? Well, because if I were up here... Wait, isn't that right at the surface? It is. Alright, well... I don't know what good this is doing me. Seemingly not much. There is a ceiling. But that wasn't... Hang on. Okay, so what do I have for coordinates here? Oh, by the way, I have a chest noted in my... At a place close to home. I should check that. Okay, I just really do not have the coordinates to this place anywhere in here. Alright, so never mind. Whatever. So, what's the idea here? Somehow, there's something to the... something to the north of this. But I can't tell how I would ever get in. Can I make that thing get off its... It looks like there's a... It looks like it's on a pressure plate there. If random movement gets it off, maybe something will happen. Not the most precise of processes. Go east. Keep going east. Go farther east. Not sure if the direction I bonk or the direction I am from the item has an impact, or if it is actually just random. Okay, I don't think this thing is going to get off its maybe pressure plate there. So there's a needle point there. What does that connect to on the other end? Nothing? Wait, then how do I know it's there? Okay, that one up high. That's the one where all my inputs stopped working. Okay, and I can probably do something about that. But, like, I've been to the north of this screen, allegedly. Am I forgetting about... Oh, here we go. Yes, I am. This item that I always forget that I have ever had. What's the matter with me? Subglacial, here we go. That's... Yeah, where does this go? Unnatural cold, that's here. Why did that not line up with... Was I looking in the wrong spot? No, that... Oh! The needle points do not correspond in X and Y necessarily. Okay, I just learned that for the first time. They can travel me horizontally as well as between layers. Okay. Gotcha. So if I go back here... So that's just a way in, but there's no way out here, I think? Yeah, I can't wand from here. Interesting. Okay. So I put myself into this spot. Therefore I'm back in the volcano. Okay, well is there anything I can do in the volcano while I'm here? Or should I just return? Yeah, there's a screen I haven't visited, but how to get to it is a complete mystery. Whoa! Yikes. Yeah, that's not open. Nothing there. And if I try to go around, it just doesn't lead. There is a locked door somewhere in here that might lead to stuff. Unfortunately, I have no keys. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna call my bird and restart from another spot. My notes claim there's a chest over here in this screen. There is! Okay, so I never opened the one in High Wall. Also, there are screens to the north. That's interesting. Yeah, so last time I saw this, I just didn't have the item capacity to get it. Alright, I got a gem. That's cool. Screen to the east. Gated pass. Oh, hang on. Maybe I can do something here. Aha! I found some mountaintop activities. Alright, here we go. A whole new zone. Alright, and there are thunderballs here. Bonk. Couldn't tell where anything was. In this game? Really? Imagine that. Whoops. Well, I got rid of the thing. Has that helped me, though? Well, I can do this. Zoom. Still bonk, and land right on the thunder. Okay, there we go. I got the gem. Cool. So, allegedly I've been here. Yeah, Thunderball. I remember having been here. I guess I didn't continue past last time I was. What's down? Nothing. Down from here, right, that was nothing. But now there's a screen over this way somehow. I can't go south. It's not clear to me what that would connect to. Okay, so if I continue along the Thunderball route... there anything more I find? So no going west. Zoom. Curved leap. Okay, sure. And I can't go down here, right? I'm gonna try going down on each screen. Minefield. Yeah, okay, I'm just here. Okay, I found my way to the... Oh, there's still a key in here. Closed for May Day, come back tomorrow. Okay, so you're on holiday because of the real world closed on Sundays. It's not a Sunday, but it's a holiday. Okay, so like the calendar, the real world calendar plays into this. Why don't I have that? Wait a second. I've gotten that key before. I think this is a backup key in case I use up all of my keys and end up in an unwinnable situation. So maybe it refills over time, maybe it just always refills if I'm at 0. Okay, here we go. This is a good. This is definitely a good. I was wondering if there was something like that in the game, because, like, there would have to be if it wanted it to be impossible for me to get stuck. Now that I've seen some hint of the true scope of, I want to pick up, not read. Can't I pick that up? True scope of the Labyrinth of Glass. Definitely not coming back there unless I can get a either infinite or very large number of keys. Well, that's where the infinite number of keys is claimed to be. I'm trying to move this. There we go. There. That was harder to do than it seemed like it needed to be. But yeah, okay. So in order to not be able to get stuck by losing all the keys in the world, I think... this is hard. Okay. I can do it, though. I think that's what's going on. Alright, so I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna plop these down, I'm gonna eventually get that key. Oh right, and I can just bump it off the... Yeah, didn't I do this before? I kinda sorta remember something similar to that happening. Anyway, yeah, so I got a key, and I'm gonna immediately take that to the volcano. So if I have infinite keys via the trading post, I don't know, trading post is very calendar dependent, so that might only refill like once a real world week or something. It's possible. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So if I had infinite keys there, like if there just always is one when I have 0, then technically the Death's Key is unnecessary. It's just a convenience. However, what is necessary? Oh, I'm here. You know, I actually wanted to be here for some reason. What reason was that? No, my coordinates were to... something. Anyway, I'm gonna go try spending this key and then come back to the trading post and see if there's another one there immediately. As soon as I do... let's see, I had to shrink down for this and that was already done. I did the thing here, that's right. So I can take Parade Ground out of my notes. It's still in there, I think. Remind me what's going on here. This is the blacksmith place, and I'm 1 ore short of, I think, final upgrades? Because I don't think Warp Whistle can be upgraded. Okay, so if I bop that off, then I get an easier way up. Got it. Right, anyway, keys. Doing things with keys. To do that, I need to leave this place, but apparently I'm not ready to yet. Pattern practice. This was the reference for where invisible stuff was... Was it? I mean, it doesn't line up coordinate-wise. But yeah, I have the impression that this maps out in some way the invisible floor in that one place where I did something with it. Well, I could check that, but I wanted to make sure keys are renewable first. So anyway, there's a gem at Prisoner, 500, for a key. Looks like a straightforward trade, and it's a trade I don't want to make right now. So, yeah, so theoretically there are lots of ways to get infinite keys, and I think I found the cheap one. Let's see, I could run to the glacier and do things there, or I could just Warp Whistle. Right, to get to the volcano. I would like to warp whistle. Which item don't I need? Probably bubble. I always forget the wand exists. I don't know why that is. I just don't think of it for some reason. But I do, so I should make a point of keeping it with me, because it was necessary to do that glacier puzzle in that one spot. And it's a good item. I'm just, for some reason, I just don't think of it. Drafty Hollow, I need to come back here. That's where that one place I had noted was. Place being, where I needed that, dang it. Okay, I have a name for it. Somewhere here in my notes. Lineup, that's the one. That's where lineup was. I'm pretty sure. Alright, that locked door was vaguely in this direction. Again, I could dig up the coordinates out of my notes if I looked hard enough. Lockkeeper, -5, 9, 16. 2 to the east, way to the south. Okay, but there was something here. Wasn't there a door in this area? Or am I making this up? No, it's this weird room that doesn't make sense to me. Let's wand that. Can I? I can. It does nothing for me. Nope, don't understand this room. Because yeah, there are bars to my east, there are bars to my south. There's nowhere else I can do anything here. So that comes up. I could stop time. Would that do anything? I can't see what it would. And I can't unstop time. No, time is stopped, so that doesn't move. Yeah, so I just can't go anywhere or do anything here. I don't understand this screen. Okay, so anyway, doing things with... I think I can maybe not have to eat that by doing this. There we go. I'm gonna need more red herbs, though. I would have refilled before coming here if I had thought of it and remembered where one was. Well, herb garden, that's always a possibility. There's that weird, like, suspicious gray pixels. Don't know what it's about, but it looks like something. Bonk. Bonk. Here's some red herbs. Here we go. There, toast it. That makes them tastier. Yeah, okay, so as long as I have the bag on me, those go in. And maybe even if I don't... I think I do have to have the bag, though. Like, it makes the sound as if I'm picking them up, even if I don't have the bag. Okay, so since these are readily available here, I'm gonna try something. Yes, okay, so be big, have ring. Yes, I can pick up a hot dude. And I don't immediately die from him by going here. Okay, I would like to take you to the glacier at some point. You can just kind of stay with me right now. Alright, I'm going to open a door, though. Which is... Oh, that shows on the inventory screen that I'm holding the hot guy. Whoops. There's lava down there or something. Whoa. Look at this silly room. I guess I will eat an herb. And right, I have to herb to get to... I remember what the surroundings of the door looked like. It was here. Here we go. Alright, so I want to know. 1, what's in here? 2, is there now another key at the ore trader's shop? And if the answer to that is no... Alright, so this is just access to bombs? Why would I care? No adjacent rooms. Alright, I don't want to put you down because picking you up again is a pain. But I can additionally pick up a bomb. Does getting up here do anything? Let's see, I can stack these. Check it out. There we go, they're stacked. I'm up here now. Why do I want bombs? There's an X there. Maybe I want to bomb that. No. Why do I want bombs? So this is easy bomb access. There must be a reason. So implication is there's something I want to bomb. What if I continue to the... Oh boy. Okay. Well, I probably want to bomb here. Right. This is the implication, isn't it? Right, because there were lit bombs available from bandits, but unlit bombs just weren't really available here. That didn't work. There is something to the east, but how I get there is unknown. Okay, so anyway, if I took you to the glacier, why would that ever matter? Well, let's attempt to find out. Careful how you grab me, Polnareff. I'm holding something very uncomfortable for you to touch. As soon as I put this thing down, I'm gonna die from it. Goodness gracious. And if I go in the water, it just goes away. Oh, well, this is gonna be a bit of a trial, huh? So, what could you do for me, hot thing? That's water. North to iceberg. It did specifically say iceberg, right? Where I wanted to... Well, too late for that. Alright. Wait, where's my bubble? I don't have it. Whoops. Like, I've never seen anything that looks like I want to melt it here. That's the thing. Just, I don't know what I'm doing. So maybe I'm doing nothing. Let's go unburdened through here. And see if there's anything that can be learned. Right, I need to get back there and check for new keys. Okay, there's lots here. Great iceberg. Do you need lots of weight? Do you need... something hot? You probably need something hot right there. Okay, so I had the right idea, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't care how much weight is there. Or, hang on, am I trying to go high up? I don't think so. Also, there is a bird travel point here. Alright, so if I use the warp whistle and some other things, I can make that happen. Alright, so let's do this. Somebody hot comes with me to the iceberg. I want warp whistle, ring, boots, herbs. How's my herbs? Got enough, I guess. Bubble, honestly, I would like. Wand was not relevant for that portion of the thing. Magnifying glass I always want to have. Boots I always want to have. Hold on, was there something else I needed down here? I have the warp whistle. Oh, I had the warp whistle this whole time. Whoops, I didn't realize. Kinda forgot. So I want... Oh, wait, hang on. I want to check for keys. That's in the overworld. Alright, well, I'm doing this now. I'll check for keys later. Ooh. Alright, where's the nearest hot guy? You know, other than me. There you are. Okay, so you. I could bring two of them. That might not be a bad idea. There are rooms with two. Let's find a room with two. Demon Gate, right, that's fine. This is fine. It's nice to see you here somewhere. Okay, so here's this room. Let's refill on herbs also. Bonk. Alright, I'll be tiny. Because that's more convenient for getting here. Okay, so if I'm crafty about this, I can make it all happen the way I want. I was not crafty enough. Alright, so I've abducted you. You know what? I can just do this one step at a time. I can't be tiny for this at this point. That's fine. Oh. Right, I'm invincible. Okay, that's handy. Okay, so what am I doing with this exactly? So I need to get back to the overworld. Oh, there's a screen here I've never gone to. What? Hold on. Why did I do it that way? It's fine. There's a green herb here! Ooh, check it out. I like those. So, engineering a way to get to that is doable. Let's see, I need to... How do I need to do this? How do I transfer from this motion to that motion? I'm not actually sure. I could do it this way if that's any easier. I think the last jump I make needs to... There's a way to make this work, but the inputs are like really weird. I think I almost did it right there. I need to... Okay, so when I drop all inputs, so I'm going to jump 3 times on the wall, and then stop inputting anything. 1, 2, 3, not touching anything, I still bonk there. 1, 2, I still bonk there. Can I change direction later? Let's see. Alright, let's do it this way. I think that can work. I don't want to leave the room. Let's see. How can that work? This is an interesting little puzzle. If I were to get smaller... See, the problem with getting smaller is I'm heavy because I'm carrying some hot guys I want to take somewhere. And like, I can't make other inputs while I'm in the bonking process. Does anything else that I have help me do this? I'm still convinced this is possible. It's just... There we go. Somehow I did it. Okay. Oh, I already had a green herb. Neat. Now I have 2. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to plant all of them. There's probably... If I were to guess, now that I've... No, I haven't seen the key thing. Right, I need to check the key thing. I think there might just be somewhere in the game where a green herb just naturally regrows, always. So I hadn't stepped here, but I've been on screens on both sides, huh? Okay. So... That's fine. Let's go here. Oh. Oh, but... This is a weird place where... I don't know what happens. Okay, so anyway, iceberg. Oops, I didn't catch that bird. I couldn't see where it was. Ha! Hang on, so there's iceberg. There's a lot to do. I'm quite busy right now. So yeah, I think I had the right idea at the iceberg. I have a spot where I think I want to use this hot guy. I can warp whistle. There is a bird point right next to where I want to do this. And if I get up in the mountains first, I'll do that. I did not. Okay, so iceberg access. Okay, it's just right here. Alright. Hot guy, solve my problems. It solved my problems. There we go. Okay. I melted away in, and there's a canyon of ice here. And now I'm gonna... Cold gold. Hi. Howdy, I'm Goldman, and I live for speed. Now, you look pretty fast. A regular speed demon. That's right. Wait, didn't I race you once long ago? Whoops! Hold on. Say all that again. Hi, Goldman. Maybe you'd like to try challenging my speed record for this area. Later. Soon. I'm doing stuff. Okay, so hang on. So this is open permanently, it looks like. Good. So you can go away. I want to go see if there's a key in that spot. I am at 0. And the petrichor, that's what I want here. Yo, check it. It's the 0 key. If you have no keys, just come here. That's all it takes, and it refills immediately. Oh, this is the best thing. Like, you know, in terms of, like, time efficiency, it's not the best. It'd be better to route carefully with keys, but at least this means I can never run out of keys, truly. Okay, cool. I am happy about that. Right, no, you can just come on down to me, except you kind of stopped doing things. Everything is awkward. This is just not happening! Let's see. Store prices, yes, I understand. Come on, key. Come on, key. Yeah, I gotta really work for this. Like, it just doesn't... Oh, I picked up 2 things at once there. Fancy. I'm trying to wall jump, it's just not happening, ever. Like, dude. If I'm bonking right, I can't put down and bonk at the same time. They're separate actions. Get that key! There, I got that key! Gotta really work for it, but it's there. Okay, so, good. Running out of keys is impossible. Unless that place eventually depletes, which I'm going to have to assume it doesn't. Iceberg. Goldman. Doing things. Wanderer's Tree. Oh hey, that's the... Wait, where is that? Is that the herb garden? Going there wouldn't be a bad idea, but I didn't stop. Alright, Goldman. Before I do things with you, I want to look around. Frigid pool. Platforming, I see. It sure is. Oops. I'm gonna do some platforming first. Is this just a fall? Yes. Alright, where is that? It's there, apparently. Floaty. Alright, yeah, you're way up there. I'm just gonna blue herb. And maybe still miss you? What if I'm tiny? That helps. Just couldn't really judge where anything was. Alright, here's a fjord. Low in the water, you say? Well, that's not where I want to go, but there's a platform low in the water where I can get out of the water. Diving platform. Yeah, he is diving off there. Sure. Sprint. Okay, so I think I have looked around sufficiently to understand what Goldman's gonna want. All you need to do is go west from here and follow the ice pillars in a loop back here. I'll time you. Okay. I am ready. Okay, so I get a little arrow. That's right, I've experienced this before. It was some time ago. Yep, okay. So that's non-ideal. Yep, this is all quite non-ideal. I don't think I have the potential to win anymore. Or maybe I did. Time 1. 1.37 seconds to spare. First try. It was super messy. Alright, thanks for the gem. If I could drop literally all my gems on the ground and use a green herb, and wouldn't hit the item limit, then I could have Vigo. Alright, finding a new place to race. I may find you elsewhere again, so I might have to keep on doing, like, tours around the world until... How will I know when I'm done with Goldman? That might be a problem. Alright, I need 4 red, 1 some other color, yellow, and lots of green, 4 green. Ice Climber, right, I saw this when I was in that other spot, and I guess I just never... Right, that was where all my inputs broke. Oh, so I could have come here without even melting the way open. But that's not what I did. Alright, so now you want me to puzzle out. So can I jump off of your head? It didn't seem like it. So if I had a... Oh wait, yes I can. Sometimes. It's one of those sometimes things. So let's see if I can... Well, that didn't quite work the way I wanted. So that also didn't. Let's see. So if I... Not quite. With a blue herb in combination, that could work. There are other ways too. Maybe if I just borrowed another view. Golem Sculptor. You see these golems around me. I made them myself. I also made the ones you can find walking around on... Dude, reading. It's not that hard. I also made the ones you can find walking around the iceberg. The finished ones can walk over just about any surface. I bet they could even walk over hot coals or magma without melting. Ooh, a useful buddy. Very handy, eh? Well, back to sculpting this ice. Okay, so bring cold things to the hot place, bring hot things to the cold place. Both have purpose. Ugh. I mean, I can do it. I understand how now. Yeah, okay, so the key issue is more or less solved. I don't know if I'm gonna get through the labyrinth of glass, but like, at least it's possible now. Okay, there's the depth. Now I understand. So the thing is, like, once I've picked up a key, I lose the ability to duplicate them. Alright, let's do this. Key it up, and then I can go back for the pity key at the other place. Alright, so we 3 keys next to the Golem Sculptor. I'll open it up after I figure this out. Figured it out. Okay, well, that's in my hand now. I would like to collect it. There we go. Hey, there's another key! Okay, so I can just do everything locally and not have to leave. Good. Okay. I want you. I didn't want to die, but that happened anyway, it's fine. I want that in the other order. Dang it. Okay, other order. You first. Whoa, that thing slid. Hold on, what am I doing when I could just... Sure, good enough. Alright, key for me. And I can go this way too. Diving platform, got it. Okay, well let's see what's past we 3 keys. Whoops. Right, and it'll... I will use a golem to get across there. That's a good idea. My buddy. I'll take him with me. Oh, that hadn't finished animating. Alright, and I get a gem. Cool. Okay, feels like that's more or less maybe all there is to the iceberg. This happens to be right next to the herb garden, except they don't connect. Okay, so, could I just keep you in my hand? Let's see, this one doesn't move. The ones moving around would go across lava, allegedly. I don't have a specific use in mind for that, but it's something I could do somewhere if I wanted to. I think I saw all that was over here. No extra screens I didn't visit, right? Even if I'd go, like... down here, wherever that is. Yeah, nothing next to this. Okay, so, yeah, I know how to get keys. That's great. I forget exactly what my current task is, but anyway, I have one. There's lots to do. Things are a little better than they were. That ring, that's right. Alright, I'll see you next time to do lots of things.